Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Max, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Max's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Max has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Max is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Max are taking off doing that now. The command is Max heel. And it's important during the heeling that Max walks nicely on your left-hand side without pulling you or lagging behind. He should walk at your pace. We've also incorporated an automatic sit into this, so anytime Fred stops his feet, like right there, Max will sit and wait for another command. There's another automatic sit there. And an automatic sit. The next exercise we're going to demonstrate is the stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Fred is going to use the open flat of his left palm about an inch or so from Max's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. Stay. He then walks out to the end of the training leash. Max remains seated nicely throughout the entire exercise. This is a good command to practice at home, starting at about a minute and building your way up to 3 to help build that self-control. When Fred returns back to Max, he'll walk all the way around him and back into heel position, and Max remains seated nicely throughout the entire exercise. Very good job. They're going to take off heeling. We'll demonstrate a little more of the heel, sit, and stay for you. There's another automatic sit. He's going to give him a stay. Out to the end of the training leash. And instead of returning back to Max, this time he'll demonstrate the recall or the come command. You call him into you using his name in a nice voice. He comes in, sits very nicely in front. Then we have an exercise called the finish. Max will heel around the back of Fred and right back to his left-hand side, seated nicely, waiting for another command. We'll demonstrate again, leave him in a sit stay, and out to the end of the training leash. Call him in using his name. He comes in, sits in front, and now he'll heel around the back of you and right back to your left-hand side, seated nicely, waiting for another command. Very good job. This is a good time to remind you can practice all your commands about 15 to 20 minutes a day, be it inside or outside your home, just to keep the commands fresh in Max's mind. Now we're going to demonstrate our down commands. The first one is down from a heel position. Fred is going to use the open flat of his left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down. And then gives him a stay and out to the end of the training leash. This is a good exercise to help build that self-control. You can start at about 3 minutes and build your way up to about 5. When Fred returns back to Max, he'll walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay, right back into heel position on the left-hand side, and Max remains down throughout the entire exercise. Very nicely done. Now we're going to take off heeling, and we'll demonstrate that again for you. Gives him a down and a stay. It's important to follow through with the commands. Max was a little hesitant the first time, so Fred reinforced the command. You want to make sure you follow through. This time, instead of returning back to him, he'll demonstrate that recall command again. Call him in. He comes in, sits nicely in front, and then he'll do the finish again by heeling around the back of you right back into heel position. Good job. This time we're going to demonstrate the down from a distance. Fred's going to leave Max in a sit stay, go out to the end of the training leash. It's the only time you use your right hand to give the command. He'll drop Max into a down from the end of the training leash.
Down.
Very nice. He'll then return back to him by walking all the way around him and back into heel position. And Max remains down throughout.
Thanks.
Excellent job. We've demonstrated for you the obedience commands that Max has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Max, and thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.